Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. Now, on the issue of honor, I'm sure we can all agree that I am the expert on this issue. And it is stupid to use mere social norms to pretend that magically that's not the case. So, what is honor? Right? Honor has to do with integrity. Honor has to do with a moral code that's manifested in you that causes you to be honorable and to honor the things that are worth honoring. If you are an attractive female, for example, and you're dating a rich person, okay, who just conforms, then you're dishonoring yourself and your family, and you're disgraced, and you're quote unquote honoring that person, which is basically like worshiping a false idol. Honor, as defined, as commonly described or defined in dictionaries, tends to do with reputation, right? What other people think. We see in the Bible where it says, "Woe to you when all men speak well of you, because that's how their ancestors spoke of the false prophets." So your reputation in a society that killed Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, in their own storybook, they killed Jesus and almost all the disciples. They killed the early Christians to a large degree, what have you. Okay, it's stupid to think that these thieves can justify someone's actions with their mere opinions. There is no honor among thieves. There is no honor among thieves. Those who are cheating me out of my right to lead are thieves who are outside the gates, outside the boundaries of where honor is and where dishonor is. Dishonor on one side, honor on the side of all the most righteous people that ever lived, the top martial artists ever. When I see some rich English person smirking at me, some rich Jew while I'm being targeted, they're token minorities. When I see these people, they are disgracing their families to the extreme. Most of them I'd imagine I'll never see again. The one time they came across the most righteous person that ever lived, they mocked him, with God Almighty weighing their hearts as they do, considering what families they're from, considering what to do with their offspring and their offspring's souls and their ancestors. You see, wisdom and honor go hand in hand. That person wasn't smart in that Tesla. He was not smart. Their families in the afterlife despise them when they don't do what is honorable because they make it worse for them. And there's a difference between being a caveman and being a modern human being. There's a difference between living 2,000 years ago and living right now, living 200 years ago and living right now. Their ancestors in the spiritual realm saying, "What's your problem?" It's the information age. Where is your honor that you should have manifested as you were supposedly evolving? Honor has to do with evolution as well. Moral repetition, generational morality. Those who come from a long line of people who lack honor tend to not have honor. It's pretty much that simple. It's like the wise and foolish builders. It's a generational building. If you're building on white supremacy, you are very unwise and you are very disgraced. If you're building on any flesh-based supremacy, heck, I'm a mulatto. I'm not one race. But you don't have to be biracial or triracial or whatever to rally and obey God through me and honor God by obeying the one he set apart as having established the throne in righteousness, justice, and honor and wisdom to be God's representative, and that is me. It is dishonorable to say, well, they're targeting him, so we're going to follow Prince Humperdinck instead. Or they're targeting him, so even though he's called the gate, I'm going to go a different route. There is no different route. I am the way, the truth, and the life. And if I'm in a bad state because you didn't scramble to obey God through me and try your damnedest to secure justice and health for me, then that's your bad. Not God's, not mine. Where were you? As they would say in Shaka Zulu, where were you while people were dying of hunger? Where were you while I was persecuted by the scum of this land? And when something bad happens, your family's on their deathbed or something, you want to pray to God? The answer is, where is God's Son, and where are you right now, and what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You who do not know what you're doing. You who know enough to be guilty for your actions and your lack of actions. Your lack of honor. Your lack of honor as integrity and a high moral standard. Not what a bunch of thieves think about you. If thieves who, don't honor God are talking about me, to hell with their opinion. If a dog could talk, that dog's opinion would be more important than those thieves. They don't have the basic intelligence and judgment and insight and sense to not cheat me out of my right to lead. Then what the hell is their opinion worth? They are dishonored. They are disgraced. They are demoted as such in reality. If we all got around a table and started playing a tea time game where we pretend that someone is above the most righteous person that ever lived, then that would be a dishonorable activity, and everyone at that table would be dishonored. Can they then turn around after generations of that and say, we have the honor, not him? No. That's just digging it deeper. Now you're not only those people who played those games and refused to be men and women as you got older, but you're lying about the righteous who didn't make that pathetic, despicable, and unforgivable mistake. So as you see, the words disgrace, grace, honor, and dishonor are important words. And no one else is living the true lessons to be found in these words but me, and my parents are blameless. You need to get that right. Now watch how they'll fail to present a viable counterargument. We're going to come on here and say, well, George Bush said, Donald Trump said, Joe Biden said. Well, my pastor, who's not persecuted to any significant degree, said that Martin Luther King was assassinated. He said the true scale of man is where we stand in times of controversy. Not comfort and convenience, but controversy. That's the true measure of a man. You people stand in submission to the devil. And I'm not trying to insult you, but I'm going to ask you this. If I was, should it be allowed? And do you deserve to be insulted? Thank you.